Good morning, everyone. Welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and today I've got a 2023 Winnebago Solis. Kind of went old school. We've got a couple of these lingering on the lot. We've got a great price on them, and it really is the ideal coach for a young family. Maybe wants to sleep a couple of adults, a couple of kids, but not break the bank. This is the product for you. First of all, these are built on the Ram Promaster chassis, which is a front-wheel drive unit. It's a 3.6 liter V6. So this has, I think it's 268 horsepower and 250 foot-pounds of torque. Let's take a quick look at the engine while we're right up front. Easy to access all your fluids. Coolant, brake fluid, your dipsticks over here, oil fill. It is a gas engine, and you know, these probably get you 16 or 18 miles a gallon without breaking the bank like some of the Mercedes do. Real easy to access everything, as you can see. And I love the deep cherry red color, really stands out. They've got the nice headlights that are auto. They'll turn on as they need them. As we walk around the driver's side, a couple of things I'll point out. Now, first of all, like the Sprinters, they hide their fuel fill right here. I am going to struggle getting this open, but that's how effective it is. Dang it, there we are. It opens from the other side. Again, unleaded fuel here. You don't need to worry about the diesel. And when your door is shut, that kind of, you know, I guess it's not hidden completely. You can access it unlike the Sprinters, but it's kind of out of the way and hard for people to find. As we go down the driver's side, we've got our exhaust ports here for our Truma AquaGo. We've got our furnace and our water heater, which is an on-demand water heater. And one of the unique things about the Solis, like a lot of the Winnebago products, the Revel and so forth, is their canister toilet. So I've got a 5-gallon black tank here, basically. They're easy to take out and dump anywhere. If you're out camping and you want to go into an outhouse, dump it out. Take a gallon of water, rinse it out. Very easy to do. A lot of people will carry a spare one of these tanks. It is sealed very good, so if that one is full and there's no place to dump them, you could just store it for a while and put another tank in there. This is our hookup for our 30 amp power cord. Now on the Solis P model, there is no generator. So in order to have your 110 power, you do need to be plugged in. The PX model is about 18 inches longer. You do get a generator and an air conditioner with this. But like I mentioned, if you want to get into something and really not break the bank, this is probably the most economical unit you can find that will sleep 4 people. Okay, let's take a look in the back. And one of the things they've got, when you're showering in here, a lot of people are going to do it outside. We've got a hookup over here. So they provide you this shower curtain, but it can be used as an awning or to get out of the sun a little bit. As you can see, I've got it set up now. Now these bars that go across here, this is where you're going to hang your shower curtain when you're taking your shower. But also, when you've got this open, if the wind is blowing, this kind of keeps them from closing on themselves. It's a nice little feature there. If you notice, every one of these windows does have a blackout on it. You've got that all the way through. While we're right here, let me point out what we've got on this side. This is basically our water compartment, outside shower right here. If you are going to power fill your tank, it shows you how to set the valves. If you're going to winterize it yourself, you do it right there. If you're running off city water, you would do it right here. However, one thing about running a hose into the city water, there's no outlet or place to come through the back door. I know people that have cut a hole in there and put a little insert in to keep your hose tight, so that is possible. Otherwise, you're not shutting your door all the way if you're running off the city water. But like I say, it's very easy to power fill it right here. We do have an extra solar port. Now you've already got 240 watts of solar on the roof on this one, but if you want to add more solar, you can do it right there. Then we do have our 110 outlet. Little cubby hole over here for storage. You're going to have those throughout. Here on the floor, we've got a little bit more storage. You can see our 30 amp power cord right there. And again, to have 110 power, you're going to need to be plugged in. But all of your USB ports or USB-C ports that you have throughout, that'll work on the 12 volt power. Now another thing you've got is this screen. And I really like these screens that Winnebago use. Maybe you want to lay in bed at night, have your doors open, get a breeze through here, but you don't want the bugs coming through. So you do get this nice mosquito netting here. There we go. I just wanted to show you the versatility of what you have back here. How you could use it, you know, as some shade, as a shower. If you want to hang the curtain here, you do have the screens there. Let's keep moving around. Now, one thing about the Solis, you don't get an awning. There is an awning kit available for them, but as you can see, we've got the pop-top roof, so you don't get the traditional awning like a lot of them have. So come around over here, you can see we've got our propane fill right there. And another thing they've done, they moved the location of this refrigerator. This is a 12 volt refrigerator. Makes it easy to access while you're standing outside. Reach all your items right there. And again, you can see we've got another screen that zips down. And the nice thing about this one, say you've got a dog or something that you want to keep in, you don't have to unzip it every time. You've got this magnetic strip here, so you can get in and out with the screen down without having to lift it up. Okay, while we're right here, let me point out a couple other things. You do have another place to plug in your outside shower right there. You can see the 110 outlet, and that is a heating vent right over there. And as you can tell, I've got the seat spun around. Both seats do spin around, so it kind of makes it part of the living area. As we step inside, first of all, I wanted to talk about the pop-top a little bit, and then I'll put it down, but why don't you go up there and get a shot of it before I put that ladder away. As you can see, this is large enough for 2 adults. There's plenty of room up there. You've got some nice screens. You can open it up, get some ventilation through there. You've even got a vent up on the roof. And like I said, on the roof of this, you do have the flexible solar panels. And again, if you've got a couple of kids, we do have a couple of seats here with 3-point seat belts. So if you need to use car seats, you can do that. It really is a great way for a small family to get out in the woods. When it's time to put this away, I always need the ladder a little bit. If you're just slightly taller than me, you can do this without having to step up. But as you pull this down, you kind of want to grab these red tabs and pull your canvas in so it doesn't get pinched in there. And then when you come down, you want to tuck this out of the way. So they kind of make these magnetic so you can get your clasp out of the way. And there we go. And then you do have a little safety right here. You can get your strap out of the way by doing that. Same thing over on this side. Make sure all my canvas is inside so you're not pinching it. And then just put your straps up here to get them out of the way. That easy to put it down. Now, one nice thing about this ladder, might be a little bit easier with that pop up to undo it, but I kind of need it to step up on. Comes apart very easily. If you notice, you've got a nice storage area right up here. So I'm just going to put my ladder up there when I travel. And then in the back, we also have blackouts for the windshield and the front windows. But as you can see, each of these windows has its own shade, which is kind of nice. And these windows are functioning windows. You can open it up, get a nice breeze coming through there. Okay, on our table here, as you can see, with this seat pivoted around, it'd be easy for 3 people at least to sit here and have a meal. Like I say, your passenger seats are the 3-point seat belts, which makes it a lot easier if you do have the car seats or smaller kids that need to be strapped in. Now, when it's time to travel, maybe you want to get this out of here. All I'm going to do is remove it, and you can see right here behind the seat, got a bracket for your pole, and then there's a little channel there. Your table slides right in, stores away nice and easy. Give you plenty of room here when you are traveling. You also have another little storage compartment down here, and you know, this could be for dog food, dog leashes, you know, things like that, whatever you need it for. Okay, let's move back into the kitchen area. Like I said, we have our I think this is a 3.2 cubic foot refrigerator. You have your light switches here for the roof, some USB ports, 12 volt, coach battery, master disconnect right there. We do get a 2-burner propane stove. You have a 25 gallon propane tank with this. Also a nice little feature, they give you a little extension here, so when you're cooking a meal or need extra counter space, you've got it right there. Okay, over here, another 110 outlet. We've got storage under the sink. Little pull-out drawer there. You've got a fairly large stainless steel sink here, and all in all, you've got pretty good counter space for considering this is just a little bit over 20 feet. It's not a very long van at all. And then right here we've got our Eco Hot. So we have a light here, and when you turn that on, you can see the level of your water. Now, you've only got 20 gallons of water here, but what this will do as you're preheating, this basically dumps the water in your lines back down into your tank, so you're not wasting that water or losing that water. So that's all done right here. See over here by the kitchen, we got a couple more USB ports, 12 volt outlet, 110, they're throughout. You've got a little storage tray there. I like the fact they give you the magnetic latches on all of these. So it gives you plenty of storage and pantry area. This shelf here is adjustable. These are the blinds for your front windshield and side windows up in the cab area. Over here on the passenger side, you do get a couple of more cubbies down below. This is our bed area here. And to make it into a bed, well, before I do that, let me talk about this table. It does have a little bit of a, let me get that loose. A little bit of an adjustable table here So, you know, maybe when you're prepping a meal, you want extra counter space. If you're sitting back here working on your laptop or something, and this slides along the track, so I can move this. I can even put it over here by the rear if I want to use it while I'm standing outside. You do got to get it lined up just right to go back in that little hole there. And then when it's time to make the bed, all I'm going to do is release it right there. And there you have it. Let me get out of the way so you can get a shot of that bed. Big enough for 2 adults unless you're an extremely large person or an NBA player. I think that's actually about 52 inches wide there. And they use a high density foam in there, so it's actually quite a comfortable mattress to sleep on. These slats, you know, give you a little bit more of a bed spring effect. Then when it's time to put it back up, you gotta kind of pull this little flap up to get it to clear. Let me get, and again, I guess while this is down, I will show you that there is another storage area right there, and I might be able to get it from standing out here. Again, you see we've got the USB ports, the 12 volt, the 110 right there. They've got that throughout the coach. And then make sure I clear my mosquito netting there. Put it back in place, just that easy. Okay, over here we do have a little bit more storage. Breakers and fuses right there. Back here you can see in this box we've got our sewer hose, we've got our outside sprayer. You do get a jack, and that's a fix-a-flat kit right there. It's a one-time kit that you can air up your tire, maybe repair a hole if you picked up a nail or something like that. But they don't have spare tires with this, with these units. Hopefully that'll get you far enough along that you can get that tire replaced if you should ever need to. Okay, and I'm about 5'8". You can see you're going to be bending over. There is a couple of steps here, but plenty of room when I'm down on this part of it. And now let's take a look at our bathroom. You do get a mirror right here, by the way. And then again, a wet bath. That's the 5-gallon canister toilet. You got a shower with a removable spray head. Also, this is kind of handy when you're traveling because you're probably going to use this as a wardrobe area somewhat. And there is a heat port down there, so it is a heated area. That toilet would turn 90 degrees. Again, make sure it's locked tight for when you're ready to travel. Okay, that kind of brings us up to the cab area. Let's just take a look at this a little bit. Now it seems like everything's going to the push button start. I'll go ahead and get that fired up. Now over on this side of the dash, this is where when you Bluetooth your phone in, here's where you're going to answer it. And this is your cruise control over here on the left. When you set it, resume it, and so forth. You can see on our screen, let me see, if I go through home screen there, if I want to get into my settings, you can see I've got my trip monitors, trip A, trip B, my controls. With my controls, I can turn on the rear view camera. Now, that'll come on automatically when you put it in reverse. This is also the screen for your navigation and stuff. Up here on the mirror, we have a backup camera or a rear view camera that's using that camera mounted on the back. And sometimes when you're backing up with the two different views, it'll get a little disorienting. So if you want, you can just turn that into a regular mirror by shutting it off. But some people, maybe you're pulling you know, a little bike trailer or some kayaks back there, you want to leave that on all the time so you can keep an eye on it. But you can also turn on your lower monitor right here. Oops, there we go. Get back to our home screen. Get into our apps, our media, our phone where we Bluetooth it in. We've got our system monitor, vehicle monitors for our auto settings. There's, again, your backup camera, another way to get into it. All your settings right here on your dash. Now, the newer ones did go to a larger monitor. As I mentioned, this is a 2023. List price on these when they were new was about $155,000. You can pick this one up for just a little over $100,000. We've got a great price on it right now. The Promaster chassis, one thing about it, it is a front-wheel drive, and this is quite a peppy engine. Unlike the diesels that have that little bit of a turbo lag, when you step on the gas, it takes right off and it accelerates quickly, and it does pretty well in the wintertime with that front-wheel drive setup. So once again, this is a 2023 Winnebago Solis in the deep cherry red. My name's Mark Love. If you have any questions or anything I can help you with, please reach out to me. My number is 970-631-0083. Call or text or drop me an email at mlove@transwest.com. Until next week, get out there and enjoy the last part of summer. Drive careful, happy trails, and we will see you next time, my friends.